Just imagine if you could afford any single fragrance you wanted, niche, designers, clones, or whatever. In this video, I'm going to show you more than 12 of the best fragrances of my collection that are clones of the best fragrances in the world. How would I know that, you might ask? I've been collecting fragrances for more than 20 years. I helped 9 p.m. 7 years ago get off the street and become a hype TikTok crazy fragrance. I even helped Afnan Silver Supremacy come out with the collector's edition because I discovered the Silver Supremacy long time ago. I've even worked in stores talking to the people in public just like you who tell me what they want in a fragrance. We're going to start today with this one. It's called Aries Intense. Now I'm going to show you something. I have my angel share here. Absolutely demolished it. Why? Because there's like 22 different kinds of angel share DNAs. People are trying to copy it and I have to test it. I'm going to tell you right now, pralines and creams and cognac is found best in this fragrance right here. I really want to ask your help. Can you comment down below, like if you are an angel share lover or a clone lover, please, because I want to really debate. I'd rather know the specificities of why you think the natural fragrance oils in here are better than the synthetic ones in here, because this one outlasts this by 3 times. No joke. The next fragrance is called Armaf Connoisseur Man. It's a brand new release. When I first smelled it, I smelled that opening of musk and I was like, oh, this is just plain Jane. I tested it 3 times and each 3 times it kept getting longer and longer and longer. This is over the top fragrance to smell like YSLY, Le Parfum. And I'm going to tell you, even it has apple and geranium and rose. It projects like crazy. Even the guy JTXT, I read his comment. He goes, don't sleep on this fragrance. The next fragrance is by a reviewer named Aromatics. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already. He invented this fragrance. It's called French Avenue's Carnal Desire. I just opened the box, it has raspberry cotton candy mixed with leather and oud and some patchouli, and it lasted all day long. It is like a niche level fragrance worth over $200 I paid for this, but they had it on sale somewhere for $60. The next fragrance is called La Tapa Assad Bourbon, and it just smells good too. It reminds me of this, like 75%. This is called Carolina Herrera Bad Boy, but I do not have the black intense wanted that everyone says it smells like. It doesn't matter what it smells like. This smells very good, and I commend La Tapa for making this. This is my style of fragrance, kind of boozy chocolate. It has a little sprinkle of bourbon in it. Here is where you have a high crafted synthetic or natural fragrance from the House of Oud. It's called Date's Delight, right? Very, very complex. And then I found this La Tapa Harma, which is trying to replicate the juices of angel share. And look at how dark it colored. It changed. The change of the color of the juice changed. La Tapa Harma does a good job, but doesn't last as long as this. This is called Portrait. Portrait is by Ribiat Prestige, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just love their fragrances. They're an unknown hidden gem company, and the actual fragrance company is called My Perfumes, and they are out of the Middle East. And this one just puts smiles on my face. Like I've always said, it's like walking around a nice street. Imagine yourself walking down the street and smelling freshly baked pies and croissants. It's like a bakery, and it smells like this. It has dates in it, pralines in it, resins in it, deliciousness in it, projecting in it, 12 hours lasting in it. This one is also 12 hours lasting. It's called Aries Absolute, another Arabia Prestige fragrance. It smells like BDK Parfums Velvet Tonka. What does Tonka smell like? Tonka is like a creamy, nutty, smoky version. This is so nice, and even a guy complimented and emailed me about it. It lasts on me strong in the high heat of Florida 8 hours, but after, if you're in a regular temperature, 10 to 12 hours, not a problem. Projection is phenomenal. This is my favorite ladies fragrance, Badour Extract. If you like the notes of raspberry cotton candy and a touch of smoke, you have Parfums de Marly Oriana, $365, or this, $60, #1 super projection. And another Ribiat Prestige is called Hypnotic Amber, which this guy here, Fast Impala, said it's one of his most complimented fragrances. I'm just taking reviews and clips and showing you social proof of these fragrances. Hypnotic Amber smells like Acreta Ventus DNA, very strong. My nephew, 20, he's now 2023, has been wearing it for 3 years. He asked me for this for Christmas even. That's how good it is. Youthful, old, it lasts all day. It'll choke you out if you spray it 7 times. Now, this is a special section I wanted to show you about Paul Gaultier. This is called Le Male Elixir. This is currently my favorite fragrance from the line, and the best fragrance to replicate it is called RMF Lionheart. It has mint and vanilla. RMF Lionheart lasts about 8 hours, projects above average, and it just smells 99% close to this. The next one is my favorite. I love this fragrance almost on a daily use. It doesn't matter what the temperature is, but people like to wear this in a little bit warmer weather like spring. It's called Paul Gaultier Le Baume Le Parfum. Has a little coconut, citruses, and oceanic vibe going there. Tribal Intense Grandeur, 40 bucks. This is 140. The next one's called Le Beau Garden Paradise. This is the brand new release. No one has made a very, very good clone, but they did make one here called Nausea Intense, coming in at $30. Fantastic replication of that for the price value. Then you want Ultra Male. Of course, you got 9 p.m. on Reddit. Everyone says it's been reformulated. I don't know if it has been or not. This one always has the word Afnan embedded in there. There's a whole thing on TikTok there's a whole video about how TikTok is selling counterfeit fragrances from RMF and that guy. This is the one that hasn't been reformulated. It's called Attar al-Wasal. However, sometimes you can find it, sometimes you can't. Average price 28 bucks. And if you want the cheapest best one, the cheapest best one has no chemical synthetic in it that I can smell. It's called Glacier Ultra by Alhambra. $14 to $17, 6 hours lasting, very good projection. This is the new Supremacy Silver Collection by Afnan. I just have it sitting here. Sorry, it's not part of this video. The next fragrance is called Kayali Yum Pistachio. It's right here. This one's called NISMA. I call it Yummy Pistachio Nisma. It's the same thing as this, but stronger and better. What does this smell like? It smells like pistachio ice cream with rum, whipped cream, marshmallows, and cotton candy. I will love to spray this and bathe in it. I love this DNA so much, and I love you too, Kayali. I love it so much. Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 is what this is called, but this one outlasted it double the time, and it smells even creamier and more like pistachio ice cream with that nutty pistachio flavor with the perfectly placed whipped cream and marshmallow, and oh my god, it just sounds so good. Here we move on. We have another guy named Aaron Stutzman. He says Nile Oud is his strongest, best compliment. So Nile Oud is a 10-hour fragrance, replicates the fragrance called Yves Saint Laurent Tuxedo. This is also by Arabiat Prestige with patchouli, bourbon, rum, vanilla. Now, Suits is a fragrance by Fragrance World. It's about half the price of this that can compete, but does not last as long, but it can compete. It's got that smoky YSL Tuxedo, patchouli, citrus going on that everyone loves. Here's a new one that I really, really like. It's called Latafa, ANGHAM. Have you ever been in a store in Macy's? I've been hearing people walk in there and ask for Latafa Assad or different things and stuff they can't pronounce, like Givenchy, Givenchy. Have you ever been in a store and you were looking and tried to say something wrong? I have a big problem for mispronouncing fragrances. So this one, I spell it out, ANGHAM, Anham. Smells exactly like Burberry Goddess for women. It is fire. I mean, it's so good, but a little bit more masculine. To me, it's got a little bit more smoke in it. Very good fragrance. Here, soft, clear musks means that it lasts long. When something has lots of musk in it, this has soft, clear musk. It's called Hamdan the hero. Hamdan is the sheik in Dubai. Juicy mandarin cedar and all that put together. You have patchouli in here, and I have to smell it. It smells to me like a vetiver fragrance, kind of clean and fresh, but more so like Spice Bomb's Night Vision. And that is also by Arabiat Prestige. Here's one by Latafa. I wanted to include this just to surprise you. It's called My Year. Cherry Intense with a cherry note that's so beautiful. It dries down to almost a lipstick scent. that kind of reminds you of Dior Parfum after 4 hours. The Dior Homme Parfum lipstick vibe. If you know what that is, you know. If you don't know, you don't. Last week we did a video for Native 78 where we found him some good Bond No. 9 clones, and Bleecker Street was the feature of the fragrance video. And then we did this result where I sprayed each one of the clones and I actually microwaved the paper in my friend here, Manny the microwave, and then I microwave each one of these 15 seconds, then let them sit. Don't try that at home, but that's how you really test fragrances. This is what I do to test the fragrances, and you won't believe which one stood out. Was it the $49 one? Maybe. Was it the $99 one? And was it the $600 Real Bond No. 9 Bleecker Street? I mean, yeah, they all stood out, but the one that stood out most after being microwaved was the $29 Scent of Carol G. That's the one that stood the microwave test, but the best one as far as smell, in my opinion, was the Zaka Z25 Bleecker. And I want to show you this fragrance here. It's called the Seventh Heaven. So hard to find. I wrote notes here for you, but look at this thing. Sicilian, bergamot, Havana pink pepper, and oud. This has actually ocean notes in it. It smells like Giza Imperial Valley. It's the longest lasting, world's strongest projecting room filler fragrance. I'm scared to spray it. Just like the old days, if you're familiar with Angel Man, they used to call it Amen. It was in a rubber bottle, or Paul Gaultier, 1995. This is how strong that is. Awesome fragrance. Manny, what do you got for us today? This is Manny the microwave. Thank you, Manny. He's got a brand new fragrance called Beach Party by RMF. I'm not sure, but it smells like squeezed grapefruit, almost like a Dolce Gabbana Forever. Have you ever heard Light Blue Forever? The next one is called Amber Nights Eau de Parfum Umbra, and this one is called Dubai Nights Umbra, Dubai Nights Midnight. Dubai Night Midnight reminds me of YSL myself, and Dubai Nights Umbra reminds me of you clicking on this.